Hey Nick,
Hey, bud.
weird one to start off with, but it seemed like in the beginning of the game, in addition to late, you guys were sort of taking the play clock down a little bit on offense. I'm curious if that was an intentional thing to sort of limit the possessions in the game.
No, not at all. Our goal is to score as many points as possible. You're not going to see us try to run any clock. I think that's just a coincidence. I actually didn't notice that. Um, Kudos to you for noticing that, but I wasn't anything that we were trying to do deliberately. Sometimes checks have things to do with that. The way the personnel, changing personnel early on in the game. Um, you're not going to see us though play that with the type of offense that we have. You will not see us play that type of game very often, if ever. To be quite honest with you.
Thank you. I appreciate the clarification.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Al, and then John.
Coach Silapeta, can you talk about him on how he's been doing? Has he exceeded your expectations?
I'm sorry. Say that. I
Can you
didn't
hear
hear
me?
I didn't hear the name. I just didn't hear what you said.
Al, it's Al Thompson, football
No, I
coach.
know who you are. I didn't hear what the
Okay.
name. Yeah, the
Sua
player.
Sua Apeta.
Oh, Sua.
Yeah, can you
Yeah,
talk about
he's played
how
great.
he's doing?
Yeah, he's played great. He's done a really nice job. Like I said, we have a lot of confidence in him. Dating back, multiple years, because of the way he's stepped in and played for us. We've won big games with him, and then he's came in replace of Cam, and we've done a nice job on offense. And so he's a big part of that. You win up front, and our guys up front have done a nice job. And obviously our depth is good. Tribute to Howie and his staff of getting the right guys in here, and got a lot of respect for Sua. He's tough, he's strong, he's really strong, and he's fit in nicely in between Lane and Jason.
Go ahead, John, and then Dave.
Hey, Nick. I was talking about the sneak last night. You mentioned that, it's 1st and 9 for us. You have that sort of advantage. Is that, you talked with Bo about clock. You generally don't do that. Is that something blanket? You're not risk adverse if it's if it's 4th and 1, you're going to go for it, or is that
I
you
think
don't want to go that blanket statement?
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of the game. Like there's a lot of different scenarios that play itself out in the game that that you might not be. Do we have confidence in it? Of course we do. We have confidence in it. And obviously you saw that yesterday that we were successful on 2 fourth downs on a critical drive because we have confidence in it. We have confidence in the players, and so. But that doesn't mean every situation you do that, with closing your eyes and doing that. I think, the game, the way the game is going, the score of the game, the possessions left in the game, there's so many things. Like, that's why I think it's funny sometimes when I watch television and it's, when I'm watching a game on TV and it's like, the coach should 1,000% go for this because the analytical numbers say that he should. Well, there's so many different variables of the way the game's being played, right? There's so many different variables. Like the percentage of success is based off of the big picture. But that big picture, you don't just go up there and say, hey, here's 3rd down, just call these plays. Well, you break it down a lot of different ways. You break it down into 3rd down this section, 3rd down that section, 3rd down this section, 3rd down when you got to have it, 3rd down when you're in the red zone, 3rd down when you're in 2 minutes, there's a lot of variables in that. Well, there's a lot of variables in when you're making decisions on going forward on 4th down as well. That's why I chuckle to myself sometimes when I see that, whether it's the win probability, I think, because I watched the TV copy yesterday. I always watch that because there's good things to teach from that. The win probability from yesterday, or, whether it's the coach should 1,000% go for this right here because this is what the numbers say. The game is not played that way. The game, and there's so many different variables that go to it. And so I answered your question in a sense. I got a ton of confidence in the play, but every game scenario is a little different. What I do game A may be different than what we do game B, right? And so my job is to put the guys in the best possible positions to succeed, whether that's with the design of the play or whether that's the decision to go for it on fourth down in different scenarios. And I'm constantly just thinking about how we're putting our guys in positions to succeed and our team in position to win the football game.
Thanks, Nick.
Go ahead, Dave, and then Zach.
Hey, Nick, what's the update on Jalen Hurts' knee? And did he need any additional evaluation or testing this morning on it?
He seemed like he was in good spirits and good today. We'll see later in the week of how he's feeling and everything. I know that he was, battled through, being uncomfortable yesterday. He can answer some of those questions as far as, how he felt and all those different things. I just know that this guy is tough as nails and is going to do everything he can do to help our football team win. And he knows to help our football team win, he's got to be on the field. And just credit to him for him playing one of his better games this season through some discomfort that he had yesterday.
We'll go to Zach and then Olivia.
Hey, Nick, good afternoon.
Hey,
I
Zach.
have one for you, but I'm sorry to put you in this position, but a report just came out that the Eagles are trading for Kevin Byard. Is there any information you can help us with on that?
Yeah, not right now.
Okay.
Yeah, you read it. So I obviously want to just get with everybody and talk before I say anything here.
That's fair. My
But good
question for you.
You got to ask that question. I respect that.
Appreciate it. The cameras caught you walking off the field in the tunnels, screaming, "Stop doubting the Eagles." Do you feel that your team has been doubted, and why do you feel that way, if so?
I think that we kind of went into that game an underdog. I don't think that it was a very again. You try to block out all noise that is being talked about you, whether that's good or whether that's bad. And I think just the nature of this business now, I don't think it's realistic that you can completely block it out. Because look, I mean, I'm going to talk to you today. I'm going to talk to you guys on Wednesday. I'm going to talk to you all Friday. I'm going to talk to the production meeting on Saturday. I'm going to talk to you all again on Sunday, right? And so Bob's got to get me prepared for whatever's being said, right? Not just by our local media and you guys, but also the national media, right? And then it's unrealistic for our players not to be on social media. That's just part of who they are. So we do have to hear it. And I just think that yes, you have to block it out. It's about being mentally tough and being able to block things out, whether good things are being talked about you or bad things. But if you want to use it as your motivation, if somebody doubting us is a good motivation for you and not a distraction for you, use it by all means, right? And so you feel that. You feel like, and have we felt like we've played to our standard? No, but we also know that we are continuing to grow. I think you're seeing that, different aspects are growing each week, and so that was just an emotional thing, because I do believe that from what we've heard out there, that there has been some doubt, and that's okay. That's okay. We've given reason to doubt at times this season, as you guys know, and so last night was a good win for us. Anytime you win in the National Football League, it's big, especially against a really good team like we played last night. I got a lot of respect for those. I think those coaches are outstanding. I think they got outstanding players, and so that was a good win for the Eagles. And I think that we were feeling like the underdog. And you know what? Sometimes I feel like we play better when we feel like the underdog. So whether that's noise that we hear and we use it as motivation, or noise that we make up, whatever we need to do to we'll look for any edge that we can get. I think that the big thing though is our guys wanted to play a physical game. because that's what our identity is, and I think we did that.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Olivia, and then Chris.
Hey, Nick, speaking of
Olivia.
a different kind of noise, the Dolphins took a number of pre-snap penalties, both, on offense, defense, and special teams. Just from your perspective on the sideline, what was the atmosphere like in the stadium, and how did crowd noise play a role in your favor?
Yeah, big time. Great question. Yeah, I think that it was just loud, and it's hard to operate. And the game has so much parity in it, right? And it's so hard to win. And so every little advantage you can have, you want to be able to take advantage of. And I definitely think those things are a huge help. And our crowd was rowdy. You knew it would be yesterday. You knew it'd be loud. You knew it'd be energetic. I felt that, how cool it was that we were in Sunday Night Football. I remember looking at, AJ and Dallas run out for starting lineups. I'm like, man, this is pretty cool. This is going to be a loud atmosphere tonight, and it really played into it. And our crowd, helped contribute to that win with the noise that they created. I think they had a delay. I want to say they had a delay game the first play of the game. Is that accurate? And then there was another one coming off of a break. It's hard when you're coming off a break. You don't see many pre-snap penalties coming off a break. What I mean is like the 1st and 10 of the drive, the first play of the drive. And, tribute to our crowd of, how loud it was. And I'm assuming that while we're in here game planning today, I'm going to hear the noise across the street for the Phillies game as well. I know that will be a rowdy atmosphere as well. So you gotta love Philadelphia sports and being a part of it, and the crowd that goes with it, and our fans.
Go ahead, Chris, and then Bo.
Hey, Nick, sorry, I'm going to pivot from my original question, but with the news coming down, I know you can't answer per se because you still have to talk anything, but what did you think about your secondary, especially the safety position coming into this weekend? What did you see on tape from this last week, and what do you know of Kevin Byard to begin with?
I thought our guys played good last night. I thought they played really, obviously, to be able to go against the opponent that we went against yesterday, the type of offense we went against yesterday. Obviously you'll want some plays back here and there, but to hold that opponent down, it starts with the guys up front on the defensive line. But then it's the guys matching the routes on the back end to make the quarterback hold it just a tick longer. And I thought we did a really nice job of that. Like I said, obviously haven't been able to talk to our players or anything about that, so I'm just going to hold on anything there. I will be happy to answer any questions about the scenario on Wednesday. But I just, out of respect for the guys on our team and before we talk to anybody, I just, will obviously hold on that question.
Go ahead, Bo.
I know you won't answer this one super well either, but Reed Blankenship, Lane Johnson, all the other injured guys. Any updates there?
They were in today. We're hopeful. We're hopeful. I didn't hear the second person you said. You said
Reed
and who?
I said Lane. How did Lane come out?
Yeah, man, Lane played outstanding. When Lane's on the field, we're a different football team. He played outstanding. He's tough as they come. Lane's tough as they come. And, we're hopeful with Reed, but obviously we'll never put any timetable on anything. When his body's ready to go, he'll play. I know how tough Reed is. Reed wanted to be out there this week. And if it was up to Reed, he would have played this week. We'll see with him. And obviously we're hopeful that we want to get him back. We'd love to give him back as soon as possible because we know how important he is for our defense.
We have time for one more, so we'll end here with Dave.
And Nick, what has led to the improvement of your run defense so much this year?
I just think the physicality of that group has been outstanding. Jordan Davis is playing at a high level. Someone sent me something of what Lane said, and somebody asked. I think somebody asked. Was that you? Send that to me. somebody sent me something about what Lane said and asked why. I think they asked, maybe it was you, Dave, because it sounded like the question was exactly the same. He said, have you ever tried to block Jordan Davis? And, he's a big man, and he's fun to be around. Like he's what a great pro. He works hard every day to be where he needs to be physically, and he's a great person to be around. Connecting with his teammates, knows how much fun football is and enjoys being around football, and I love that. And then how big time of a player he is. But I start by saying Jordan because he's such a big guy, and what Lane said the other day. But you look at all those guys. You look at Milton. You look at Fletch, and Fletcher's playing at such a high level. Jalen Carter's playing at a high level, and we got Marlon, and we got Street coming off the bench. Like that's a wave of guys. Like that stay fresh throughout the game because of the rotation that we're able to have. Coach Rocker's done an unbelievable job. And then we got these guys on the edge that can set the edge. Like Hassan Reddick, when you watch him set the edge yesterday against a team that's been doing a really good job of getting the ball to the edge, I mean, that was really noticeable, right? And Josh Sweat, he was our player of the game yesterday on defense. We thought he played such an outstanding game. He was player of the game for our defense yesterday. And then you got BG and then Derek Barnett. Watch a couple of the plays how he sets the edge on the guy slice blocking him from one side to the other on the split zone. I mean, he's as tough as they come. Nolan. I mean, you want to know why we play the run well is because we have those guys, right there that I'm talking about. Defensive coaches have done a nice job putting them in position to make plays. And we've been getting knocked back and been being highly physical and violent at the point of attack. And, it's been really noticeable. And, it's been awesome to watch just how physical we've been. And that's what's stopping the run right now.